How's it going, guys? Connor here, just doing a little update video regarding some big changes that I just made to the Highland grow cabinet. You're probably wondering why everything is a blue-green color, and that's because I got a special lens filter to filter out most of the spectrum of the grow lights, so we can see the plants in true color, essentially. But I know you guys want to see what's in there, so without further ado, welcome to Hypnotic Exotics. Alrighty. First things first, biggest change is the fact that I have removed the entire top shelf right here and condensed everything down using just egg crate. Now, this is pretty awesome. It allows me to take more advantage of the height, letting the plants grow up a lot taller and take advantage of the walls and whatnot, which is pretty nice. All of the net pots are held in place by an extra clip of egg crate, something like this. Pretty straightforwards. Just like that, that little lip on the inside right there is definitely necessary for the clips. The pots just slide in, you line it up with the wall, push it up, clips in, and it holds it pretty snugly, honestly. Holding all of my pots on the wall very well. It's getting a little cramped though, so I'm going to have to start putting together something else to move bigger ones out. Next we have the lights. These are just bolted together by some threaded rod with the standard hangers right here. That's essentially all we got going on for this one. Moving on, I had also just replaced the mist maker. I had a Chinese six-headed one, you know, just one of the mass-produced ones. And I actually opted in for one from the House of Hydro. They provide Teflon-coated discs on their ultrasonic mist makers, as well as a warranty program, and it's just, they're a little bit more reliable, you know? An interesting thing that I found out about the mist maker is that it does not function as well with a crazy low parts per million in the water. After some communication with one of the representatives in the company, we came to the conclusion that about 15 parts per million is the absolute low at which the mist maker will function properly. See the mist pouring out right there without the fans on. Moving on, since I mentioned the fans, I have a pair of waterproof fans. These are just standard 12-volt fans. Got a little, I think they're 120 millimeter. And I got one right here, then one in the bottom. If you could see that little shiny bit in between the pots, that fan is blowing downwards to stir the mist that's being made by the mist maker in this reservoir. And yeah, it's working pretty well. Overall, the biggest improvements that I've gotten from this is the fact that I don't have to run the duct fan that's inside here all the time to keep the air circulating, to keep the temperatures even. It's actually pretty awesome. It's allowing me to keep more consistent temperatures, more consistent humidity. There's no longer a battle between the mist maker and the exhaust fan up there. Keeping it pretty easy and working really well. Removing this shelf up the top also helped the airflow a lot, and with this airflow is a lot less algae as well. I am having a little bit of problems with algae growth on the top of the soil and around here, which I think can be solved pretty easily just by raising these guys up away from the reservoir a little bit. By combining the lights together and moving them up top, it creates a less intense light for the plants. They were doing fine at this distance below the lights before, but I noticed just a little bit of leaf burn and they were growing a little bit more compact and whatnot. I got a good pitcher to leaf ratio on my Nepenthes, but the plants overall were just smaller. And a good example of that would be to look at the leaf jumps from their old leaves. So these would be like some highlight leaves, a lot more thick and whatnot, whereas these are a little bit thinner but a lot bigger. Some good leaf jumps on almost all of my plants now, which is pretty awesome. Even on that little seedling, I'm getting leaf jumps, which is inspiring, you know? And then overall, with this awesome circulation and just less of a competition between all the systems that are used to provide the environment, I can actually achieve a little bit lower night temperatures now as well. There's a good 5 degrees lower that I can get, and which allows me to reach night temperatures in the low 50s now. I'd say 52 to 56 at night, and the plants are loving it. Overall, I'm quite happy with the changes I've made to it. Left this little bar here for structural integrity, and it leaves me a little bit of room around the edges if I ever want to do some seed-grown Highlands, because gives us a little bit more light, you know, and they'll appreciate that. Got 2 pots of Edwardsiana right here. We'll see how they do. But yeah, overall, I am very happy with the changes we made, and it's doing better than it was before. Future projects are probably going to be a pretty in-depth, involved flytrap project. I am intending on starting my own breeding project soon, so that'll be pretty cool. Maybe do a flytrap terrarium on top of that, and then creating a 36 square foot Highland Nepenthes rack. That's going to be awesome. It's going to take complete advantage of the ambient temperatures in the house and be really low impact. I'm really excited for that. But hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.